Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Betrayal at Krondor. And when last we left off, we explored the settlement of Raglam, a place that I really thought would be teeming with a lot more soldiers, but it wasn't. Some of the moredhel there were actually quite approachable, and we had lengthy conversations with them, though a few people there suspected a little that we weren't meant to be there, but didn't go so far as to attack us, which is good, because if the entire settlement had decided to descend upon us, we'd be dead. We also did a bit of buying and selling, getting some fantastic crossbows that I'm likely never going to use, and we went to the tavern and did some barding. Most importantly, however, we found the catapult gear in these chests, and I bet if we try and cross this bridge, the game won't let us. Well, it looks like this'll be as far as we're going. Too many guards on the other side of that bridge for us to slip by. I don't think it's too important we go that way anyway. Our objective is to get those plans for the Duke. Come on, let's head back towards Raglam. The game's like, nope, you can't go that way. It won't even let you inch one step at a time if you see that cutscene every time as a consequence of doing so. So, no going to the northlands, which is good, because that place is teeming with enemies, and the less we face enemies in this place, the better. Right. Let's go back to Raglam and fix the catapult. Ooh, and check this out. I missed this before. The place is abandoned, Locklear said, looking around, but maybe the occupants left something behind we can use. Let's take a look. I'll take a sovereign. Never know when we might need another sovereign. Just in case we have to buy something that costs 9,000. Now, I don't know about you, but this catapult is aiming in a very particular direction. And I have a feeling I know where the payload of it is going to hit. And if I'm right, it really makes me wonder how smart the person in that building is. Actually, no, it's aiming that way. So if it does hit where I think it's going to hit, that makes no sense. Let's find out if that's the case. Locklear took a deep breath. Holding the catapult part they had found in the box, and using some makeshift tools, he kneeled before the machine and set to work. It took nearly 2 hours to install the part, and though Locklear wasn't positive the machine would work at all, he stepped back to admire his handiwork. I'm not an engineer, but I think that should work, he said, motioning to the others to join him. Together, they stood before the strange wooden creature, its one arm poised, ready to fling its special cargo into the sleepy moredhel town of Raglam. Locklear took a deep breath. Shall we give it a try, he asked. Well, we didn't grab that thing for nothing, Locklear. Patras backed away from the catapult. Very wise. Wiping his forehead with the back of his hand, Locklear bent down to grab the wooden handle that would bring the monster to life. Cutscene? Okay, not quite what I was anticipating, but it did fire, and it fired over there. So logically, you'd think that one of these buildings had been hit, but I'm going to go with my gut and presume that it was where the captain is stationed that got hit, which makes absolutely no sense, because catapult's not facing that way. But let's find out. The door was ajar. Locklear tried to enter the small house, but something seemed to be blocking the door. He pushed a little harder, and reluctantly the door swung open a little further. Peering into the darkened room, they could make out the form of a male moredhel on the floor. Coldretch's body was curled into a fetal position, and he appeared to be clutching at his throat. The engineer knew his business quite well, he said. That catapult load seems to have been very effective. Search the room, quickly. After several minutes of intense examination, Patras called out, I think I've found something! Behind a wooden writing desk in the corner was a sword of limbs Kragma, a small pouch with 150 gold coins and a set of company orders. That would put a kink in the moredhel attack plans. Oh! James scowled. As much as I'd like to keep what we found, we can barely manage with what we already have. Well, that's a weapon. A shiver ran down Patras's spine. Though the weight and play of the sword was as he expected, there was a darkness about the blade that unsettled him. No matter how he turned it, light refused to reflect off its highly polished surface. Oh! 71 plus strength damage? 71? That is so much more than this sword. Okay, we have found a good sword. What we need to do now is grab it. And the easy way to do that is to have you take it. We'll sort out how we're going to shuffle around the inventory now that we're not in that interface. Okay, so I need you, James, to have this sword. So, put that... Oh, you're not going to drop that. Okay, you're not going to drop that there. We have the plans as well, and 150 sovereigns, so can we put this down? Okay. Won't let me do that. Right. We can put that down, though. We can't swap the blade. And it won't let me do that. Okay, so if I do this, and give you these, then I give you the sword. Okay, now I can swap. The game won't let me have him have no weapon, which is interesting. Didn't realise that was a mechanic. Right, so now I have to give you... Okay, won't let me do that. Take this sword. Take that sword. Swap swords. Okay. And with that, we are done with swapping swords, I think we are. Yep, we're done. You're using the amazing sword of Limbs Kragma, which is certainly a unique blade. We've not seen a design like that before. And you're using the Blessed Blade, which is fantastic. It's just a shame we don't have the awesome Dragon Plate that I had before, but we have Blessed One Dragon Plate, and that will do for now. Let's make our way out of here quickly, because it's only a matter of time before the moredhel realise what we've done, and then there is a problem. The problem being that we're all going to die because we'll get swarmed. Or maybe nothing will happen. I mean, that suits me just fine too. Suits me just fine. A little bit of resting. And James's legs ached. It seemed that he'd been walking for eternity, and a long stretch of road which led to the south did nothing for his enthusiasm. We can keep going this way, or we can turn about. Keep going? Yes. Snow capped the mountains. James motioned for a temporary halt as they came through the pass into their new surroundings. Vaguely, he could sense the cold that was coming down from the north, and could imagine it would be even colder on the other side of the teeth of the world. They're the mercenaries. Okay, I was a little worried there. I'm like, who are you? And it's like, they're the mercenaries, Kiko. They're not going to hurt you. Yep, see? Goblins halted them. You remember us, don't you? James said, shouting to the waiting band. You have a new contract with us? We remember, the goblin leader replied. We shall be leaving for Northwarden soon, as asked. Come through. You shall not be harmed. Perfect. And, yep, we have a contract. Let us quickly head to Northwarden and do some selling. For do we have some selling to do? We have this sword to sell. We also have some weapon crafting to do, but also I didn't select away from that. Also, fix up your sword. Fix up that sword. Ooh, that one is 1% better, but it's not blessed, so we're not going to be selling the blessed one. Right, shop. This is going to get us a bit of money. Okay, sell this one. What? Oh, that is not a lot of money, but you know what? We don't need it anymore. We don't need it anymore. Right, fix this up. Oh, good enough repair. Great, 78. And 35. And 93. 54. Can you fix this up before we get rid of it? Let's find out. Yes, you can, and while you're at it, fix that up too. In fact, while you're at it, fix up a couple of things. This is stuff we're going to sell. Okay, let's sell this one. And you can pass that over there so that we can repair this to 98. And you, that's an 89. Definitely needs... Oh, not as bad as he thought. Huh. Well, it's going to be at 89 for a while then until your skill improves. Might need to get another one of these hammers. Let's actually sell the hammer. and buy a new hammer. Also, someone mentioned, a number of people mentioned, that you can actually buy rations here. I just didn't realize you could buy rations here, because I'm a fool. We're also going to buy a new whetstone here. Might as well. Anything else? We want restoratives. That's what we want. We definitely want restoratives. Quite a lot of them. Not your restoratives, though. Let's buy these ones. And haggle. I'll take it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that puts the 24 and 1, which you're just going to drink, and 24. We're not going to sell them, and you need 1 more of those. Okay. Could sell the book, but I'm not going to sell the book. Haggle. Got the wrong person to haggle there, didn't I? Yes, I most certainly did. Get you to haggle. Better. Pass that over to you, and we are good. Inventory. Oh, we're not good. We could sell that. We'll sell that when we get to Dencamp on the Teeth, though, instead. No reason to sell it here. Right, let's have a chat with you. I still do not like the look of this battle, Senior James. What do you need? We don't have anything to say to you. I suppose we have to pass the plans over to Duke Martin. Also, we got some improvements. Weapon craft up to 84%. Armor craft up to 70%, which I'm not going to say no to. And that's it. Let's go back to Dencamp on the Teeth. We have an emerald to get rid of. And plans to pass over. And hopefully that's it. Oh, who am I kidding? There's going to be a lot more than just that. There's going to be something else we need to do. Just need to get into that conversation. There we go. Here are the plans. We got the plans for you, Martin. Too bad you didn't come with us, though. We had quite a bit of fun. Won't be much time for that very soon. My gut instinct tells me they'll begin the assault in the next few days. Before we go back to the castle, there's something I would like you 3 to check out for me. I got this mysterious note from someone that said a company of moredhel illusionists have slipped behind Northwarden. I thought Patras would know how best to deal with them. Just like those pointy-eared lily munchers to go stealing my ideas. Baron Gavin had me working on something like that, but I never could get the kinks out. I knew my tongue was itching for some reason, but if we run across them, I got something that'll fix their hindquarters in a bat's fart. Whoever wrote the note didn't specify where they're supposed to be located, so if you 3 would just take a swing southwest and see what you can find. Once you're done, come back and we'll all head to the castle together. Well, that at least answers a few questions. We best be back at getting this battle in order. Is there anything else you need at the moment? Just for the 3 of you to be careful. We can't afford to lose any more men. I think we can handle that order. You stay out of harm's way as well. Okay, so we're going back to Dencamp on Teeth. Which is good. Right, we want to go this way. Southwest. Which brings us to here. Which then brings us... Okay, we need to rest now. We have plenty of rations, so we don't need to worry about that. And... have we gone past the settlement? I don't think we have. Yes, actually, we have gone past Dencamp on the Teeth. Whoops! Let's turn round! Silly me. Settlement is over here. Or at least one building of it is. Widow Halfgate greeted them at the door. Come in, she said warmly. They entered her house and made themselves comfortable as she prepared some tea. While she worked, she told them of the soldier of Northwarden that she had her eye on. He's hooked. He just doesn't know it yet, she said with a grin. James smiled back, not knowing whether to envy the man or pity him. They spoke for several minutes and finally turned to leave, thanking her once again for the hospitality as they left. Wait, have I? No, that's, that? No, we haven't passed Dencamp on the Teeth then. Because that is... Okay. I just hadn't gone far enough around here, clearly. There's this body here. Has nothing on it. Ah, here's Camp on the Teeth. Me being silly. Me being silly. Right, let us go and sell a few things. Mainly that ruby. Definitely need to sell, or emeralds rather. Definitely need to sell this. And we have this that boosts strength. This that boosts focus. That boosts archery. And this that boosts defense. We need a bit more than this, I think, if we're going to be fighting a bunch of wizards. We need some redweed brew. We need some of this. What's that? Kiko buffing? Yes. Kiko is absolutely going to be doing some buffing here. Because if we're going to be fighting wizards, and lots of them, we're going to need buffs. We struggle even when it's just a couple of wizards. I'll take this. Actually, honestly, I'll take this too. I'll take 2 of them. There are all the diamonds. Could get another one of these. You know what? Let's get another one of these too. Let's get another one. If we can get any kind of discount whatsoever. You know, I'll take it. You can have one too. So we have 1 each. And lots of that. Lots of these. That's good. So what we can do is we can pass it over there so we have 12 and 24. 24. 24 and 24. Right, okay. So we have lots of buff items. Don't know if this is going to be enough, but we have lots of them. Patrus's haggle abilities got better. Yay, Patrus! You're now at 46% haggling. I'll be the best someday. Not if I have anything to say about it, you won't. Okay. He didn't see it coming. James growled in anger and frustration as a moredhel warrior charged into their ranks. We're ambushed, he shouted. This is not an especially dangerous fight. That was a poisoned bolt, wasn't it? Oh, that was probably a poisoned bolt. Let's find out. Poison? Yep, poison. Okay, do that. Just defend. How good is this sword? Let's find out. Miss. Okay, not the best showing for it. But now you have that sword. You can just keep defending. Try again. Miss. Oh, this sword looks really awesome. It's currently not being very awesome. Okay, just a normal stab. Okay, 62. Yep, it's a pretty good sword. It's a pretty good sword. Defend. And stab. 54. 53. Excellent. And Patrus's defense has gotten better. And Locklear's poisoned. Good thing we have all this anti-poison here. Sorted. Now, what do you all have that I want? The answer is... Ooh! I think the game is not so subtly telling me that we might be in for a fight soon. Yeah, game's not being very subtle about that. Also, these don't stack. Which is not great. They really should. Okay, we'll take the sword. And that's it. We don't need to take anything else there. That's the house. No, I want to click the body game, not the house. Spoilt rations. I suppose we'll take the sword again. Don't need to take the armor. Armor's not very good. Although we could fix the armor. That's what we should probably be doing. Fixing the armor. And lastly, another sword. Right, let's fix up the armor. We're not going to take it with us, but we will fix it. Gets you that little bit closer to becoming 100 skill. Right. Put that back. You can fix this up. Put that back. You can fix this up. Put that back, and we can fix this up. Ding, ding, ding. Level up. Yeah, 71%. Gotta love it. Also, might as well just... Nah, we'll deal with the swords later. And so, when we come back, folks, we're moving further south. Into dangerous territory. Into very dangerous territory. Don't know whether I should be, like, selling things first or anything else. I don't know. Maybe the chapter will end as soon as we have this fight. All I know is this fight is going to be exceptionally difficult because a billion wizards. Well, it's probably not going to be a billion, but it'll be a lot, no doubt. It'll be a lot. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.